everybody. This is Keiko from Brooklyn Shoe Space. This is Shoe Talks Quarantine Edition. Today I am going to be interviewing Mia of MWR Collection. I met her, a fabulous maker and a teacher, at our space last year when there was a project where Lula had a training program where they trained women, formerly incarcerated women, to make bags, and she was one of the instructors. And I met her there. She worked with them so well. She had this mantra that she always recited before class, and very inspirational, very spiritual maker. She always wears her creations. She's also taught at Brooklyn Shoe Space some leather goods as well. And then recently she has had a residency at the Museum of Art and Design in Manhattan. I would like to ask her about all that, as well as how quarantine life is doing for her, or how she's doing. Yeah. All right, hold on. I am going to have her come live. Hi.
Hi.
How are you? Oh my goodness.
Hello, everyone.
You're in a warm place.
I'll come back regardless. I don't care.
Okay. Oh, I'm here. Okay. Yes, I'm here.
We're gonna power through.
Yes, we're gonna power through. Maybe we need your mantra, actually.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that too.
Yeah, we gotta pray to, not pray, but
right.
Yeah,
we can do it together. We can do it together as well.
Yeah.
So
about your sculptural work, and then you have so much time.
So the sculptural work. I can also show you some of the stuff that I've been working on. It's more so. Last year, I started kind of taking a lot of the pieces that I was using to make the handbags, like all the scraps and stuff, and I was collecting them. And then over time, I just started kind of assembling them into like these wall hangings and tapestries. And that kind of evolved into me realizing that I wanted to go back to art, because my original entryway into design was like in high school. I was in a arts programming in high school and like did all these things. So art was kind of my first love, or visual art was my first love, and then came design. So decided to like just really start exploring what it meant to be more abstract and it not have the work that I was doing not have to have like a full utility purpose. So now that's kind of that is what I'm doing in my research and discovery while I'm at MAD, is now taking like the same components, all the same components I would use in leather making or handbag making or shoe making, but exploring them in a more abstract format. So for example, you can probably see a little bit of the work on the wall.
Okay, just a little bit. Ooh, okay.
Yeah,
is that
so
using leather?
Yes, so actually it's not. So this material looks like embossed croc, but it's embossed paper.
What?
And then this is bonded leather.
Oh, wow.
I then use a soldering iron to brand. So I've been using also different tools that we use in the industry, right? Yeah. But just in ways that don't necessarily mean like making a shoe or making a handbag. Right. And also allowing. Go ahead.
Sorry, what are the lines? Are they stitches?
Oh, this is stitches from the sewing machine. So this is my industrial sewing machine. Paper. And like basically just draw. So I call them sketches because I'm basically just abstractly drawing emotionally on my sewing machine, not using a pen or a piece of paper, like a pen and a pad. I'm just using the machine as my tool. So I do that, and then I do cutouts, and then do the backing with the bonded leather.
Wow, how big is it?
Yeah, I'm using
overall.
This is like poster size.
Wow.
So this one and this one, there's another one here too.
Wow.
They're pretty large.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
So, thanks. So that's more of the two-dimensional stuff I'm working on right now. And then, so in the same respect, so like, as I was saying, I'm taking all the materials that I've been using, right? So in MWR collection, I use leather cording as the edge detail on all of my bags. It's the signature knotting detail I do. So now, because I'm exploring a theory of essentialism, where everything in the components of the work that I'm doing has to be necessary. It's not, it can't be supported by anything else, right?
Okay.
So, and in that, metaphorically, is me also like removing myself from the industry that kind of grew me, but also like allowing my artistry kind of to just live on its own. So now taking the leather cord, removing it from the bag, and allowing it to just be its own
thing,
support system. So I've been doing these.
I saw some sculptures. Yeah.
So this is leather. And then also going in and like using the soldering iron again to do like scarification, what I'm calling scarification. It's mimicking what I did with the bonded leather on the sketches as well. And also created like a system of knots. I've been exploring a lot of knot work.
That's at the museum, yeah?
Yeah, a lot of books, like a lot of research, which is the one thing that's beautiful about going into the museum and also working at Parsons, is that it reminded me that the pivotal part about us being makers is that we learn from each other.
Yeah.
And I guess in the fashion industry, everything is like a rat race, so you don't really have time to research.
Right.
So it was really important to me to, like, when I first
take the time.
Yeah. Like, just take the time. Like, chill out, read, like go to the library, take out some books that you didn't have the time to read or research before. So that,
and the pace is different from online research too.
Even when I was working like on collections, I did not depend on the internet. Like, I would go to New York Public Library and go to the Image Library. I regularly still visited Parsons for their Image Library or their Vogue archives.
Oh, that's great.
Just because I know everything that existed is not on the internet. And there's no way that it will be. There are images in the New York Public Library's photo gallery that are just broken books that they saved pictures from. So that type of research is extremely important to me, like archival research, and it's starting to be the way that I'm also archiving my own business and my own practice. Like, I find during this time, I've been able to take pictures and document and label every shoe I've designed.
Wow, great. Great.
No, it's very OCD.
But organizing. It's great. It gives you the time, the peace of mind.
So a lot of that has been happening. And also, like, looking inward of, like, what have I been doing for the past 10 years? What practices are, like, permeate through all of the work that I've done with whatever companies I've worked with, and as well as my own body of work, and what do I want to keep moving forward? Like, the idea of essentialism that I'm bringing forward, I'm like, that's very new for me, and I'm still exploring it and defining it for MWR. Yeah, but the fact that I never really would have came to that if I didn't, like, leave stuff behind.
Residency.
Yeah.
That's cool. In the museum, which one? And like
I'm on
separate room, or is it visible to everybody who comes through?
It is. So it's a weird setup. So if you've been to the Museum of Art and Design, it's multiple floors. So we're on the 6th floor. So I'm the artist fellow, and then there are 6 other daily residents, I believe, 6 or 7 other daily residents, and they come, set up, and then take down each day. I'm there all throughout the full week.
Wow.
Multiple throughout the full week. So when you come in on the 6th floor, there are these glass studios, which is where we are. So I have my glass studio that I fully set up as I moved everything out of my apartment there.
Wow.
All of the studio, because I normally have a home studio. So I have a sewing machine there, a post bed there. I have like a small splitter there. Yeah, I tried to get as much stuff as I could, but then now I can't use it, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, you couldn't bring it back, right?
Because no, but it's still there, and I have my
hand tools,
my flatbed here.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't move my baby.
Okay.
Like, so, like my sewing machine, her name is Sylvia. She's still here. That's where I did all of this stuff.
Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Sylvia's your quarantine buddy.
Right. Exactly. Like I need my sewing machine just for therapy's sake. Like I can't live without one.
I get it.
Yeah. But the sewing, but on the 6th floor, it's a glass studio. I have open hours normally.
Okay.
Like I think it's 15 days out of the week, and my day-to-day was, so I was there mostly from like Wednesday to Saturday.
Okay.
So Wednesdays, I didn't have open hours, so I would just work straight. Thursday during the day, I would work straight, and then in the evening I had open hours. And Friday was open hours, and Saturday was open hours. But I also had the openness to like come and go as I needed to. If I wanted to stay a little later or come earlier, that's optional. But it also was really nice to like leave.
Yeah.
And that is something I did not know until I had a studio in a different location, because all of the studios I've had have been at home studios. Right. So I didn't understand how important it was to take a break.
Yeah. Yes.
And I'm still trying to implement that now, but I'm also like a perfectionist and workaholic, so
and you love what you do, so you're always working. Yeah, no, take a tea break. You know,
that's why I
chocolate
always have my tea.
Yeah.
Call my friends, call my family, you know.
Yeah.
Doing Zoom family conferences.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
3 hours.
Yeah, totally. But wait, so people who come to the museum walk by, if it's open up, you can come in and watch, or do you do workshops, or was it live?
It's kind of weird because people have different. People are really awkward.
Wow.
So my door is wide open. I guess it's similar to like at Brooklyn Shoe Space. Like if the door's open, people just waltz in, and I'm like, "What are you guys doing?" Or they'll just like weirdly look and like wave and walk away nervously. So it's a little bit of that. But it's mostly people can come in and ask me questions. I think one of the most interesting experiences is that they're amazed to see working artists. Like they're like, wait, wow, you do this for a living. I'm like, yeah. Yeah, it's possible. Oh no, I can't hear you anymore.
All right, we're back on. I hear you. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I was getting spoiled. What? I want to see some of these comments.
Yeah, I hope to see more of these after the lockdown. It says. So